Welcome to the very first energy forecast for 2020. I'm Rachel Thompson Phillips, the creator of the BU Oracle cards and also of the Sacred Oracle online program. This week's energy forecast is for January the 6th through to January the 12th. The overall theme for this week is about listen to the whispers from your souls. So let's dive in and see what gorgeous messages are coming through the cards this week. Monday and Tuesday is the card of Soul. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of Warrior Queen, and Saturday and Sunday is the card of Rise Above. With the message coming through from the Soul card of Monday and Tuesday, it's about being able to go in and listen to those whispers coming from your soul, reminding you of what you're capable of, what your potential is, but also highlighting those areas where when we hear that gorgeous message coming through, whether we allow ourselves to actually receive it or whether we're repelling that and finding all of the limitations, all of the fears, and all of the stories that can tell you that you're not capable of doing anything, all the things that you really truly desire to fulfill within your own needs. Monday and Tuesday is this gorgeous message that is revealing to us that our soul is saying to you, you are capable of anything. The only thing that is holding you back is yourself. So it might be a really great time to go in and have a look at your mindset. Where is your mindset at? A lot of the times I find that when we start off 2020 or a new year, we feel like we're supposed to start off with so much gusto and so much fuel towards chasing your dreams, and not everyone feels that way. Sometimes it can just take a little bit longer for some people for that to truly kick in, but just because it may not be kicking in, don't think for one moment that your soul's not sending you these gorgeous messages into your consciousness, reminding you of all of your own potential. And this is the moment where we get to make that conscious choice. Do we choose to tap into our fears, or do we choose to tap into that soulful truth, that guidance that's coming through from the most trusted source in the world, which is your soul, that knows your journey, that knows your truth and knows the essence of who you truly are. And sometimes it's that human counterpart within our own self that blocks us, and it can be the part that we spend more time tuning into rather than that most gorgeous information coming through from your soul. So with Monday and Tuesday, the message is to be able to challenge those fears and limitations, to be able to go in and connect deeply within your soul and be able to turn up the volume of those messages that are coming through, that is reminding you of all of your potential, the magic that exists within you. The essence of who you are is your magic, because there is only one of you in this world, and that is what the world is waiting for you to fully embrace all that you are, and then share that, understanding that of course you have faults and flaws. That's what makes you human. That's what makes you the most gorgeous person that you are, and every single person has this, but it just depends on whether you choose to focus on the faults or flaws, or whether you go within and tap into that magical essence that makes you you, and being able to accept all the parts that make the most gorgeous version of yourself. And this is this gorgeous reminder that comes through, and what I absolutely adore with oracle cards is that it reveals to us that there is this component of choice, and that is what, as humans, we are governed by free choice. We can choose either option A or option B. Each of them are going to give us completely different outcomes, and that is what our soul lets us know, that as that human part, we have a choice to decide the pathway. But your soul is reminding you that the pathway of tuning into that soulful version of yourself, being able to see that magnificence within your own self, and to really learn to love the essence of what makes you you, the outcome, the pathway, and how you're going to feel will be so incredibly more powerful than choosing your faults and your flaws. Which that message continues forward when we have a look at Wednesday through to Friday, which is the Warrior Queen. Now, with the soul reminding us of our potential, it's also allowing us to, with the whispers that come through from the soul, is also again igniting our dreams, our goals, our desires, those things that are stirring within your soul that's wanting to be explored. The warrior queen steps forward and says, hey, you know what, I may not always know where my journey is going to take me or how I'm going to get to that end result, but I'm going to follow the pathway of my truth, because it's so important that I follow my truth, because I understand at a very deep core soul level that for every whisper that my soul tells me, that brings into my consciousness, is helping me to let go of those limitations and allowing me to fully envelope the trust deep coming from your soul, and for you to be reminded that we're not always supposed to know how to get from point A to point B. But as we develop that more and more intuitive part within ourselves, we start to understand those nudges, those signs and synchronicities that turn up, those butterfly feelings that we feel when we think of a thought or an idea or a concept or our dreams or goals, whatever it is, the language that you use for your dreams. These are the moments where your soul will give you an indication that you're following the right pathway to your truth. And every single person has a different pathway. And being able to follow that guidance and staying in alignment and in connection with your truth is part of your journey. And through that, you start to discover more and more about your own self. You start to develop more trust, more belief, and we start to become more aware of all the gorgeous magical messages that are always being revealed to us, because our soul and the universe work as our cosmic team. You've heard me say this many a times before. And how it works is our soul will give us these beautiful intuitive nudges that therefore that human part within our own self will go in and consciously make a choice whether we choose to follow those nudges or we don't. But then the universe steps in and provides signs and synchronicities as an additional bit of confirmation that you're on the right track. So therefore we're getting confirmation from our soul, confirmation coming from our cosmic team. So the only person that is holding you back is that human part within itself, because it's scared to follow those invisible forces, which is what in most people consider intuition to be, or that soulful guidance to be, invisible forces, because sometimes it's not things that we can tangibly touch. But the difference is, even though they may feel invisible, they're undeniable, the truth that comes through, because there will be a feeling, there will be a sign, there will be just a deep inner knowing that the messages that come through for you are 100% accurate for the version of you and for where you're at and for your journey and your purpose here on this earth. So the warrior queen is saying, try to, again, it's confirming to let go of those faults and flaws and tuning into that, our limitations, and be able to channel your energy towards going within. Yet a lot of the times when we have faults and flaws and limitations come to the surface, what we tend to do is we tend to look outward, externally out into the world, to grapple at any type of confirmation, or trying to get approval from other people, or trying to look outside of ourselves for the very answers that are always within. And the warrior queen is about that belief within, that you understand that it's an adventure. You don't always know how to get from point A to point B, but you do believe in yourself and believe in the soulful messages and that cosmic team connecting with your universe, that's sending signs and synchronicities, that is letting you know that you are on the right path. And when we have that inner knowing or that inner feeling that's reminding us that we're on the right path, that is enough fuel to keep you going, to keep following those dreams and that commitment of your journey and purpose here on this earth. Which brings us through to Saturday and Sunday, which is Rise Above. Now this has two components to it. Rise Above is to be able to rise above the drama, the chaos, the healing, the hurt, the pain, the suffering, all of that that's going on a collective consciousness within the global world. I mean, here in Australia, we've got fires, we've got devastation on a huge magnitude. In other countries, there's wars and fires, and there's just so much going on, and it can be so easy to get caught up in all of that hurt, especially people that have empathic abilities. It's very easy to tap into all of that pain and suffering. What the soul is saying to you is that you can be connected to that, but you don't have to tap into the energy source of that, because that will consume you. It will drain you. Yet if we rise above, we have the empathy to be able to send healing and sending love to the earth and to the people that occupy the earth, and to the animals as well, to be able to shower them with as much love as possible and healing that is required, whilst we still stay committed to our own journey and our own beliefs and our own pathway towards our own destiny. So, and the rising above is also rising above only being able to see those faults and flaws. So as you can see, from Monday through to the weekend, there is a continued message saying personal choice, free choice is what's going to govern you. It's going to give you two different outcomes. If you focus on your faults and flaws, that's all you're going to see. But if you travel and do the journey of going within and connecting to your soul, allowing that busy mind to quieten down and tap into the depths of your soul, where you can breathe into your dreams, where you can breathe into the essence of what makes you the most magnificent being that you are, and breathe in to all that you are, then the journey will be a completely different outcome. And rising above is that beautiful commitment, because when we start to see all the drama and chaos and everything that's unfolding, which can also be the drama and chaos that we're creating in our own self, because if your soul is trying to give you a gorgeous message to say, hey, this is your pathway, or follow your dreams and goals, and you are rebelling against that and choosing the opposite pathway, then this is where we can get to rise above our own drama and chaos that is within our own self. We can understand that they can be patterns and cycles that we may have learnt along the way, but you're also given a different opportunity right now to be consciously aware that this is a potential that could happen. And when you have awareness and start seeing some of those actions and behaviors playing out, those patterns and cycles, we can bring in that consciousness to be able to create change and be able to go, I am aware that this may be something that I've done in the past, but I'm going to rise above that, and I'm going to choose a different option of being committed to my own soulful truth this week. And it's a very gorgeous message, and it's so deeply profound, this message that's coming through this week about being committed and staying connected within to that most trusted source, and working in alignment with your gorgeous cosmic team, because that's what they're there to do. I mean, your soul and the universe are never going to condemn you if you choose different options. They will always bring you back to the center of the truth, being able to say, look, okay, if we didn't get it this time around, that's okay. We'll keep trying and trying and trying again, and every time you try, you're going to learn something new about yourself and about how you function and operate on a human level, but also on a soulful level, and how strong are your beliefs within your spiritual journey within your own self. So it's a gorgeous, beautiful, divine message that's coming through to start off 2020. So I hope this is something that connects with you, gives you some form of guidance to be able to work towards this week. And if you feel that this message would connect with someone that you love, please feel free to share. Otherwise, have an incredibly beautiful week this week. Much love to you all. And remember, your cosmic team is always there working with you to help you learn to discover that most gorgeous soul and the essence of what makes you you. Take care.